What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So we got some super cool things to talk about, and the biggest is that someone got an exclusive skin accidentally added into their game. We're also going to be talking about what happens if you get to level 50 before you start the campaign, and lastly, the frustration perks for this game. So if you're frustrated, what are the perks? Alright, so we got some really cool stuff to talk about, and if you are new, you see that big red subscribe button below, go ahead and click it and it will say you are subscribed, and that, my friend, is your good day of the deed. And no, I didn't say that wrong. I have decided it is our new motto. Okay, so hashtag good day of the deed below, and if you can gently click that like button too, you know, that would be nice. It's like having a birthday cake with no candles. It's just awkward. So kicking off this video, since the new update we got yesterday, it seems that people's game has actually seemed to be running a lot smoother, right? But of course there are still some major bugs in the game that has been stated it will be resolved in the next huge update, which is said to be very soon. And when I say soon, I mean we can only speculate at this moment in time, but I'm literally guessing like a week or two from now. But I'm sure what a certain amount of players were not expecting was a random exclusive skin, essentially a seasonal skin, right, to be added into their game by complete accident. Now, this does come from a dude who goes by the name Hunter King, and it was featured in a video by Jawraptor, as he sent it to Jawraptor, who is also another really cool dude slash channel that does cover this game. I'll link all the stuff in the description below, but what you can see on screen is not a coincidence at all, okay? There is a glitch, and then there is a big glitch, right? But this is neither of them. Now, this is the real deal, and a legit Christmas suit for Hulk, which Jawraptor was saying essentially the Santa Hulk, I guess you can call him, which makes complete sense, right? And I mean, I feel very mixed about this. I feel more confused than anything, but also super excited to see that these guys actually have things like this in the works, right? So seasonal updates for the game, Christmas, Easter, I'm guessing Halloween, of course, round the corner. Like, there's a bunch of seasonal things that are going to be going down with this game, and I know a lot of people, including myself, were kind of comparing it to games like Fortnite in terms of seasonal updates. I really feel like for a live service game, this might be the direction slash route, whatever you want to say, that these devs will be going down. Again, just going on a basis of how successful Fortnite was, and although it's a completely different game, I mean, it's living proof, right, that, you know, it keeps a game that is essentially one kind of thing going down with it, but really refreshing and entertaining. Now, nonetheless, I think it's really cool, and there is also gameplay for this on Jawraptor's video, which I'll link in the description below, so check it out after this video because we got something even crazier to share. Now, have you ever wondered what would happen if you were level 50 before you started the game? Probably not, right? But someone in the mythical lands of Reddit shared, and I quote, "What happens when you get Hulk to level 50 before doing their campaign? Was not expecting this at all." Now, from what you can see in the background, it is of course when Hulk completely switches up on Tony, except, I mean, he doesn't just rip off his shirt to only pin Tony to the wall and, you know, switch into Hulk completely, but instead he rips off his shirt as he's transforming into Hulk to only put on his three-piece Joe Fixit suit. Now, this is so random yet cool because I honestly thought that these, I guess, cutscenes, whatever you want to call it, were pre-rendered cutscenes, but apparently not. And it's even more exciting to know that when we do get the new Game Plus mode for this game, because, I mean, that's what everyone is waiting for. This is what's going to make things even more funny and super fun to play, but you can probably go back and do this exact scene, but in multiple different suits for a Hulk, of course, and, you know, maybe as the Hulk Santa, right? Cool stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are on this below. It's one of those random things in the game, but I mean, I wasn't expecting it, right? I wasn't expecting it to be a non-pre-recorded, I guess, cutscene, right? Pre-rendered cutscene, whatever you want to call it. I didn't think it was going to be that, and well, now we know that it might actually work in real time in a game in the sense of what suit you're going to have. Now lastly, also in the mythical lands of Reddit, and I quote, "I understand the frustration and I'm sure they will iron it out, but this is most likely the only Avengers game we will ever see of this size, and without it there wouldn't be any at all." Now brace yourself for something that was so well said, and it's just regarding, you know, I mean, it's safe to say at one point, right, as much as we all love this game, there's been something and you're like, ah, this is really annoying, right? But that being said, you get people that are completely just, I guess, slamming down on this game still and essentially saying it's trash. And I guess you can't change people's opinions, right? But the most annoying part of it is the people that are calling the game trash have literally not really played the game to the, you know, the level it's meant to be played at, if that makes sense, in the sense of how much density the game has. Like, you can't just play, I guess, the absolute outline of a game and not really go in depth in the game. It just doesn't make sense, but people are slamming it on the most basic stuff still. But this is what this person said, and I just had to include it in this video, so I'm going to continue to quote what it says. So it says, "And I mean that as in an Avengers game with this kind of depth, the closest thing we ever had to this game was Marvel Heroes. They have a roadmap and seem very passionate about what they are doing, and I have confidence in it." Sorry, I should have said that. I don't know how I jumbled up my words there. "And with all the negative posts about the game itself, for some people, including myself, this is the game that we have been waiting for before it was even announced. I'm not the only one who wanted an Avengers game of this magnitude for a very, very long time. It might have some frustrating bugs and issues, but it is only the beginning, and it is the only Avengers game since the discontinuation of Marvel Heroes, and even before that has been and truly is a joy to invest time in. We will most likely never see another Avengers game anything like this in our lifetime. Let's give them time and see how it turns out, instead of beeping giving it to them when the game is barely out over a week. And aside from the bugs, they did a pretty fantastic job on fixing it." Now, I think this was so well said. Like, it honestly, hands down, bravo to the person that wrote this. It was so well said. Honestly, hit the nail on the head big time. And it also just makes you realize the whole, you know, we will never get another Avengers game like this in our time, was pretty crazy when you let that sink in, right? And I think it's a golden opportunity for Crystal Dynamics as a whole, right? And we seem to have such a cool community of people that genuinely care about this game and its future. So all I can say is I'm sure we are all going to help the devs continue to make this one hell of a game that will just be as much fun to play in years to come as it was on launch day. Like, I am that confident in this game. There's just so many opportunities and directions that this game can go in. Honestly, we're never going to get nothing like this, and this hands down is an absolute fantastic game, right? It's just one of those things that if you don't like live service games and so forth, then it just ain't for you, right? But hands down, for this game in its category, it really, really is good, and I'm not being biased, right? I've already given my fair shares on how I feel about the bugs and so forth, but this is just one of those, I guess, situations where you say credit where credit is due, and these guys done a much better job than I personally think anyone else could have done, in my opinion. I mean, these guys absolutely smashed it in that perspective. But guys, that's going to wrap up this video here. As always, subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already. Check out the video earlier, check out the playlist. We also done the Avengers show yesterday, so you can check that stuff out where we share community ideas. But I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.